welcome back to another vlog. So it's kind of a new week. It's Monday and I am currently reading The Nightingale by Kristin Hannah. I'm on page 317 of about 560 something, and it is marvelous. Like, it is so good, and it's been hard to like put it down. Obviously it's busy and it's hard to read with a puppy all the time, but it's so good. It's really interesting. It's set in, it's World War II, set in France, and interestingly at the beginning it starts off with kind of like present day, an older woman in Oregon, and then that's the first chapter, and then it flashbacks to these other two women who are sisters, and one is set in Caravo, I'm pretty sure, I feel like, and the other is in Paris. One's a teacher and the other is 19, and she just wants to do something to help. And World War II is just starting, and Nazi Germany is starting to take over and move into Paris and France. So it's really interesting. A Nazi moves into the woman in Caravo's house, and it's so fascinating, because I think that he is like one of those Germans who is just simply following orders, but doesn't necessarily, like, once he starts to understand what's happening, he doesn't believe that it's right, and is kind of helping under the table a little bit. I feel like that's kind of how he's gonna turn out to be at the end. The one sister in Paris is helping crashed British airmen get to Spain and get back to England to drop more bombs on Germany. And so she's going through the Pyrenees Mountains under the Nazis' noses, just trying to get them back. So fascinating. The characters, you see them make some morally gray decisions, which I think is such a as realistic like as it can be. Oh, it's just such a great story so far. Anyway, it's Monday. I am absolutely loving this book. We gave our little buddy a bath today, a little shower. It's been a pretty good day. And this week, I'm not sure how vlogging is gonna go. We got a pretty busy week. I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we will be going home Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because Nate's sister is getting married, and we will be celebrating that, and it's going to be a really fun time. I'm super excited. So not sure how much reading I'm going to get done this weekend. My goal is to finish this by Wednesday so I can give it back to my neighbor before we go home, and then on the drive home I'll be able to read no matter what. I'm going to start hopefully Master and Apprentice. So those are my goals for the week, and we're going to see if I can hit them. I'm going to keep reading for now. Probably take a break in a minute to read my Bible for the night, and then go to bed soon. So I'll check in tomorrow with you guys. Hello. Happy Tuesday. I got home from work a little bit ago, and I'm now sitting down to read a little bit. I read about 100 pages yesterday, and it finally got to be sad. I shed my first tears last night for this book. Oh, that one hurt my heart. It hurt my heart a lot. This is obviously set Paris, World War II, Nazis, all that jazz. And I don't really want to spoil this at all in case anyone is wanting to read this book, but just be prepared for like the death of children. That one hurt my heart a lot. So I'm going to start reading now. I have a little more than 200 pages left. So if I can read most of that today, I'm going to finish this tomorrow. That is the goal. That's my goal. That's my goal. Maybe I could finish it tonight. I don't think that's going to happen, but maybe I could try. I will check in if anything happens or if I'm sobbing. I've only read 2 chapters. And oh my gosh, this book is so sad. Like, I knew what I was getting myself into, but geez, it hurts. I need to just like read it and not think into it, because once I like think about it, it breaks me. It's so sad. Y'all, war is terrible, and like people with children, like it's just not even just war in general, but like World War II. Oh my gosh. Like, what is wrong with people? Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. Hello! So I have like 110 pages left or something. Oh my gosh, this book is so good, you guys. It's starting to do, okay, so I know I said it like last week that this book reminds me kind of like of The Notebook, where it's the older couple at the beginning, and then like the story is their like love story. Well, it is still kind of like that. It definitely is like that, and so I am really excited for what's happening in present day, which is 1995, as well as what's happening back in 1939 through 45. So it's super, super good. It's starting to do more of the present day. At the beginning of the book, it only was like 1 or 2 chapters of present day, and now it's starting, like once we know kind of more of the background of what's going on, it's starting to kind of pick that up a little bit more. So I'm really excited to finish this book. I'm gonna try to finish it tonight. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I have no idea what time it is right now. It's probably like 5:30. I think that clock is off. I'm pretty sure that clock is off. I don't know. So he's gonna have some supper. Nate has to kind of do a little work thing tonight, and then he's probably gonna go work out. So we're on our own for a while. So I'm gonna try to keep reading while Nate is gone. I'll probably take a little break now to feed him and then kind of play with him for a little bit. But dang, this book is so good. It hasn't made me cry much more than those couple of scenes that I was reading earlier and last night, but it is phenomenal. All right, peace. I will check back in later tonight if I finish it. Otherwise, I'll probably check in tomorrow. We'll see. I finished it. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so I just finished this. It wasn't as like crazy depressing or like, I don't know. It wasn't quite what I was expecting as an ending. I mean, it kind of was. I was definitely wrong. You don't know who is in the present day, and so I was wrong about who it was the whole time. There was so much in this book, and I loved it so much. It focuses on 2 women who help in kind of more like the women's resistance in France during World War II and how they helped matters during World War II. So not just the men, but like what were the women doing? And I really, really love that. I think knowing the title of the book, it has a whole different meaning. Like, it's so good. I highly recommend this to anyone, although I'm going to say, I already just said that there are a death of children. So children die, and there is rape. I mean, there's violence. So I just go into that with an open mind if that's something that is not good for you to read about. But it's not crazy detailed. It's a little detailed, but not gorily or horrifically. It gets the point across and then kind of moves on, which I was grateful for. Highly recommend it. It's 5 stars from me.
there's one thing I do wish. I wish that we would have gotten a little bit more closure on one character, in that, I mean, pretty much got closure, but like I would like a little more specifics with that closure. So it's all right. Super good. Highly recommend it. I'm glad that I got that done today. It is 1:20 and I need to start packing, cleaning, getting ready. We are heading home tonight. I'm not sure if I will be vlogging until like next week, so this might be like a 2-week vlog. But I am going to start Master and Apprentice. I'm going to read that on the drive home since we have 3 hours there, and then I'll read 3 hours back. So I'm going to start that and we'll see, but I probably won't be checking in until next week because I don't think I'll have any time to read very much. So I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace. That was not a peace sign. Hello guys. It's Monday and you haven't seen me since Wednesday, I don't think. Yeah, because I finished the book Wednesday. So Nate and I went home Wednesday. We celebrated his sister's wedding Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, spent time with family, and came back last night at like 8:30. So it's been busy, so I'm going to merge last week's like vlog segments with this week, and just kind of make a longer vlog by it, or at least maybe just until I finish this book. We'll see. But I did start Master and Apprentice by Claudia Gray, and I'm about halfway done. I actually am surprised by how much I really, really enjoy this book. I was a little like thinking that I was going to be like whatever, it's Star Wars, it might be kind of weird, but I genuinely really enjoy this. It's such an interesting story. Like in Phantom Menace, like you get Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan when they find Anakin and stuff, but this is just like a little bit earlier, as Obi-Wan's still a pretty recent sort of Padawan, and then they just go off on this mission and they kind of team up with some people that you wouldn't expect them to team up with, and it just is like overall really good. I find myself actually wanting to read this book. I kind of thought maybe it'd be like weird to read it after watching all the movies and everything, but I don't think it's weird at all. Like it doesn't feel weird. Like it feels like a young adult book, and I absolutely love it. Like actually really like it. So makes me excited to read more of Claudia Gray books, so I'm gonna have to look into her. But for now, I'm gonna go play with Eddie. I've got my chai with toffee nut. It's so good. I had to work today. Now we're gonna play a little bit. I need to catch up on YouTube. I need to watch some people's videos, and then I do plan on reading quite a bit today, and we're just gonna have a chill day, and it's gonna be fantastic. So I'll check in with you guys later, and then I'll explain this book a little bit more and dive into it. But yeah, that's how life is going right now. It's pretty great. Hi guys, it's Tuesday night and we are getting ready for bed, but I just wanted to pop on here and talk about this book. I'm not done with it yet. I've only read like a couple chapters since I talked last, but I just really, really, really enjoy this book, and it's so fascinating. So this is my first Star Wars book that I've ever read, and so that's exciting for me. So if you've never read any of the books, this is actually a good one to start with. I feel like that's what people were telling me, and I would agree, because it doesn't seem weird coming from like the movies to this. Like I thought it kind of would, because it's Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan like before Phantom Menace. It's not as cheesy as I thought it was going to be. It seems to flow really nicely, but it's really interesting to get a look at their dynamic, because they have a rough relationship, and Qui-Gon had even thought about like ending their master and Padawan like relationship and finding someone different, finding a different master for Obi-Wan, and then he gets invited to take a seat on the council, and so their dynamic isn't really working, and they were both not putting in the right effort in trying to make it work. But they are requested for a mission, and they are kind of working on their relationship throughout this mission, which is super interesting. We get an old like kind of colleague of Qui-Gon's, who I'd never heard of, and they're going to like a planet and like a system that I've never heard of. But it's really interesting. There's multiple point of views, so it kind of switches. It'll switch like mid-chapter, which I don't mind. I love multiple point of views. It's also really interesting to get some background on Dooku and kind of what he was like as an actual Jedi and a Jedi Master, because he was Qui-Gon's master and he was also the other Jedi in this book's master. So it's like a really interesting combination. And basically what's happening is like the system is getting ready to sign this treaty because their queen is about to come of age to actually like rule technically. The Jedi that's there has been acting as Lord Regent, and there is like this terrorist group who does not want this to happen, so they're trying to stop the treaty from being signed. And so the Jedi, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, are there to try to figure out who the terrorists are and why they're doing it. So it's very interesting. I'm really enjoying it, and it's just fun to kind of branch out and kind of read into Star Wars more. I definitely really like this author, Claudia Gray. I want to find more of her books. Definitely check this out if you like Star Wars and want to get into some of the literature. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to hopefully try to finish it maybe tomorrow. I don't know if that'll happen. But tomorrow or Thursday, I'm going to try to have it finished and then start Lord of the Rings. So I'm pretty excited. Hey. Guess who didn't finish her book today? Me. I don't know why. I just like didn't really read a whole lot today. I've read maybe like 60 pages. I don't know. I was really tired today, so I napped this morning, and then this afternoon I don't even know what I did. I was on like TikTok and Instagram probably all day. I read a little bit. Played with Eddie. I don't know. Anyway, I'm on page 334. I want to see how many pages there are. So 464. So I have like 120 something pages left. Maybe 130. Right at 130 maybe. I'm going to try to finish it tomorrow. I know I said that about today, but I did say it maybe Thursday. I'm going to try to finish it. It's starting to get really, like in the last like 3 pages, I was like, like twice. So that's exciting. And it's a good book. Like, you guys know I'm a huge, like, I love romance, typically in my fantasy stuff, but like, there's no romance at all in this book. And I think maybe just because it's familiar to me and like Star Wars, that doesn't bother me so much. But it's just full of action and like politics, which is totally not my thing. Like, I hate politics, and like I hate reading about politics. And so interestingly though, I love this, and it's just so darn good. I love this because you get, like, this is several years before Phantom Menace, because you get that feel of like Obi-Wan as, I don't know how old he is in this, as a teenager. He might be like 17 in this. And so like he's really young, and it just, I don't know, it feels different. Like, he just feels young, the way he's speaking, what he, like, his just kind of, his thought process feels like young, and I enjoy that a lot. And I really am loving like kind of the deep dive and getting to know Qui-Gon a little bit more, because you don't really get to know him a whole lot because he's only in Phantom Menace, and spoiler, he dies. And so it's just really, really interesting to like get to know him and like get to know like how interested in like the prophecies that he is, because like they mention the Chosen One prophecy. So like, I don't know, I just think it's really, really interesting to kind of get that feel of the prophecies and everything before going into like Phantom Menace, and knowing that like he chooses and brings back Anakin because of one of the prophecies. So I don't know, I think it's really fun. It's really interesting. I love the characters. There are a lot of new characters in here, and 2 of them I'm a huge fan of. It's familiar, it's pretty comforting, it's really easy to read, and I really enjoy it. So hopefully going to try to finish it. I'm going to read a little more tonight once I get ready for bed. Like I'm going to wash my face and stuff, but I'm going to try to read a little bit more tonight and then maybe try to finish it tomorrow. I don't know. It's going to all depend on how work goes tomorrow, but I do want to try to finish it. It'll be done by Friday for I'm going to try to finish it. I'm going to get to Lord of the Rings this weekend. I wasn't thinking this video was going to be so long. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to read. Peace. I'll check in tomorrow. Probably read a little bit before I go to work. We'll see. Okay. Peace. Okay. I finished it. Like I said I was going to today. It's Thursday. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I really, really appreciate Qui-Gon as a character now way more than I ever have. Just because there's more depth to him in this than there is in the movies. And you just get to kind of understand why he loves the prophecies. And you get a little bit on Dooku, which is really interesting. I just really enjoy it. And I liked the tie-in to the Phantom Menace because at the very end there's kind of like an epilogue, but it's the part where Qui-Gon is dead and is getting burned at the pyre and everything. So it's just an interesting tie-in with the prophecies and Anakin and just everything. So it was really cool. So I gave it 4 stars because I just think, like, I could have given it 5 stars. I enjoyed it that much, but I gave it 4. I don't know. If I fell a little short at the end for me, but I highly recommend you check this out if you're interested in reading a Star Wars book. This is a great one. I really want to read. She has a Leia book, and now I want to read that really bad. So I might have to check that out. But really good. Highly recommend. But yeah, I'm gonna end this vlog here because I finally finished it. So this is already a really long vlog, so sorry about that. Anyway, you guys, both books I read in this vlog, phenomenal. Absolutely enjoy them so much. And we are already in deep June and I've only read 2 books. I'm trying not to like get discouraged by it because I really do wish I was reading more. I just am been really busy this month. So it's okay. It's okay. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a fantastic week and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!